Hello everyone, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla with me, Longclawvalhalla and Steel, where we always deliver. Well, fate has brought me and my brother Sigurd back together, and we are on the hunt for the heretic Folke, who has caused quite a stir locally with her unorthodox religious practices, and she's got herself locked up by some angry monks. It doesn't take much strong arming from me to convince the friar to turn over the key, so let's see what happens. So what has been going on with Sigurd since I last saw him? He seems to be rolling around with Basim all over England in the search for mysterious artifacts which he believes are going to help him in some way. To be honest, it's me that is running our settlement in Ravensthorpe, and he's not really been a key figure. I've met up with him a few times, and every time I see him he seems less than pleased to see me, and this is no exception. He's only interested in Folke and what she can lead him to. Apparently there's some object which she believes has magical powers, and he's very keen to get his hands on it. So it seems like for me to assist my brother, we're going to have to help her recover this artifact which she believes is being held and protected by some of her followers. You see, I can see a problem brewing here. I've already set up an alliance with this kingdom with Gedrick in the hopes of strengthening our own settlement in Ravensthorpe. And this is the first time I've seen Sigurd for a while, and he is preoccupied with Folke. And I got a feeling this is going to drag me into a contradictory alliance which is going to go against what I've set up. And now I'm having to face off with my own brother. He's accusing me of meddling in his affairs and trying to slow him down, and I'm accusing him of not informing me of his plans. Basim is just getting in the way. I understand that Sigurd has his own plans, but I thought we were here to strengthen our alliance in Ravensthorpe and create a settlement. Sigurd seems bent on following his own path and trying to reclaim his place as the heir to a throne. I mean, he was a prince and his father lost his kingdom, if you remember at the start of the story. So it's now me facing off with him, and it seems like we're getting a little closer to some of the visions that I've seen in the past. When I visited the seer, I was told that I would end up betraying Sigurd, and I feel like my character is now getting close to making decisions that might be contrary to what Sigurd has planned. And I don't feel like I'm to blame for that. Sigurd hasn't really brought me into his plan at all. He seems to be acting very selfishly. As for Folke, she seems to be looking to protect her own religious beliefs, and her followers who are protecting these relics, they don't seem to mind potentially giving one of these up to Sigurd, and I guess that's the price she's prepared to pay for our help. So the brewing tension between me and my brother gets parked for a moment as we start to make our plans for capturing the item, whatever it is that Sigurd is looking for. And I agree to be led by Folke to a temple or a building where I'm going to try to break in and find a covert way of tracking down one of her priests who is protecting the item that Sigurd is looking for. Now, when you arrive at the tower, it isn't a difficult stronghold to overcome. In fact, there are no guards here. The only issue you have is finding out how to get into the hidden passageway where the relic and the priest are hiding. And you can do that by pulling aside the massive wooden object in front of the door. And once you get inside, it's clear that we have arrived too late. The priest who was guarding the object died protecting it. Folke is distressed, and I'm starting to realise now that this is really where the storyline is going. Sigurd arrives and immediately is concerned only for his relic, and he turns on me very quickly and makes it my fault, my responsibility that we have arrived too late, and therefore he has lost his chance to get hold of this very valuable object. He starts shouting at me, and this is where you have a choice to make. Are you going to object and stand up to him and essentially start going down the betrayal route, or are you going to hold back a minute and see how the story progresses? And I choose the latter option. Now the tension once again is disturbed as we hear the sounds of guards outside, and when we exit the building it's clear that Lady Edwin has been here before us and taken the stone, the precious artifact that Sigurd cares so much about. I step up to try to talk. Remember, here I've already set an alliance with Gedrick to take down Lady Edwin, and it seems that Sigurd now wants to negotiate with her in the hopes of getting hold of the relic that he's after. What she's proposing is that we take on Gedrick, take him down, kill him, removing him as a civil uprising in her kingdom, and allow her to then reign supreme. Of course, this is not what I've agreed. I am not happy about this at all, but I hear my brother say the words that yes, the stone is within our grasp. Basim is whispering to him. Sigurd now looks at me, and it's clear he's not going to side with me on this. So Ivor throws his axe. That's it, the die is cast. We are forced to fight. Lady Edwin charges off on her horse, leaving us to fight the remaining guards. It doesn't take much for us to overpower them, and once we do, it's then about the aftermath. Ivor has to face off with his brother Sigurd, and there's going to be a huge argument. Basim is really in the middle of it here, and this is where you get your first chance to lay hands on him. If you want to, you can punch him at this stage. I choose not to. I'm not sure that that's going to help the situation, but you are given the choice here how you react. I'm trying to be calm and pragmatic, and remember that this is my brother, he is my Yarl, and I don't want to stand up against him. I also am thinking of Randy, his wife, who's back at home, and I cannot imagine how it's going to be easy for me to explain to her that I have betrayed him. So I take a breath. I try to let the situation calm down a little bit. It's clear that there is no repairing the damage that's been done. There is a huge decision to be made here. Am I going to stand by Gedrick and the promises I've made, or am I going to side with my brother and help him take this man down? I think we all know the way this is going to go, but it's going to be very interesting. Let me know what you think about this. Probably you've got a bit further than me by now. How's it all going? Take care, stay safe. I'll be back in another video soon.